Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to your favorite show, The Law and You. Tonight and every Tuesday at 8 p.m., we are live on One Accord TV, One Accord YouTube, and One Accord on Facebook. You can share this link with your friends as we continue to learn on matters pertaining the law. Many other times you have said that my people perish for lack of knowledge. And because of that, we have chosen to bring knowledge to your homes, to your phones, and to your tablets. Today we will be doing a very interesting topic on the victim protection. There's a time that we discussed on the issue of the criminal justice system, and we discussed and we saw that we have magistrates, we have the DPP, ambaye mnasemanga naitangwa ule kiongozi wa mashtaka, na kuna mshtakiwa, ambaye is the accused person. And today, in that time, we say there's also the role of the person ambaye tunamwitanga complainant, and in this time we call them the victim. To take us through, I have my good friends, mawakili wa miaka mingi, ambaye they are coming from the State Law Office, Department of Justice. And not only that, but they're technical committee members on the Victim Protection Board. Kennedy Mutiso, Diana Sang. Karibuni. Kennedy, salimia watu. Unaweza sema kitu moja mbili.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
And this is a great show to which now we need to enlighten the citizenry of Kenya on what the law says.
Yeah.
And I applaud you. Thank you for inviting us. And we are here to give our undertaking on what victim protection is all about.
It's all about.
Yes.
Diana.
Thank you very much, Ken, for having us here. For giving us this platform to talk to the public about the work that we do. And we are sure that this is going to help them to know who is a victim and where can you go as a victim. Thank you.
So maybe, Diana, to kick us off, when we talk about victim protection, is this what anchors this work? Is it the work of one member of parliament, or you guys in your office, you sat and you're like, do you know what? We can start helping victims. Or where did it come from?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. The Victim Protection Act was enacted in 2014. Before it was enacted, it was a private member's bill in parliament. So it originated from a member of parliament. Then we took up as our office at the State Law Office. And it gave effect to Article 59, Sub-Article 9 of the Constitution of Kenya. That's why this act is here, to protect the victims of crime.
Because I believe the biggest challenge, and maybe this is important for our viewers, is that in the past, you used to go to the police station, and because nothing will be done to me, or nothing will be done to this victim to help. And sometimes that's what to an t-shirt. So I think I want to ask this question to Ken.
Yes.
People know about the witness protection.
Yes.
And now we are talking about the Victim Act, Victim Protection.
Yes.
Is it the same thing? Ni kizungu mingi tuko naye, ama is there a difference between the Victim Act and the Witness Protection Act?
The two, I can marry the two. Why am I saying this? You'll find a victim can be a witness.
A victim can be a witness?
Yes. Because I'll give you an example. A victim of a criminal offense, say burglary. You understand?
Yes.
So someone came...
Burglary ni kuibiwa kwa nyumba.
So burglary, yeah? So, and yet I witnessed
the same.
You understand? So in one, I'm a victim. Two, I'm a witness.
Or in a case of rape.
Yes.
I was the one who was raped.
Yes.
So I'm a victim.
Come.
And I will testify of how I was raped, and I'm a witness.
Yes. But now remember, the same breath, a victim cannot necessarily also be a witness. There are instances whereby a victim is not a witness.
My house was stolen, but nilikuwa Mombasa.
Exactly. Now you get the point.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm a victim.
I'm the one who suffered.
Exactly, I'm the one who suffered.
But I was not there.
Generally, a victim is a person who suffers loss, damages in any criminal, as the act indicates. Yes.
Can a company be a victim? For example, there's a company called Ken Transporters Authority.
Yes.
Or Ken Transporters Limited.
Yes.
Can a company be a victim? Or a victim has to be an individual, a natural person?
Not necessarily. It doesn't indicate that the act doesn't indicate that a victim can be an individual person. But at the same time, we are well aware that a company can also suffer losses on aspects of burglary and all in any criminal offense. So definitely, probably there is a way. Is there a way that the board can actually assist them?
Assist them.
Yes.
And now we have talked about the board being in existence now, the act passing in 2014.
2014.
Yes.
But we understand government and how government operates.
Yes.
We may have a good law,
Yes.
but it does not work. Is it the situation we are in, or do we have victims who are being protected as we speak?
Okay, that's not the case. It's not that there are laws. These laws are created to help people.
Yeah.
So yes, it was enacted in 2014.
Yeah.
But currently, there's a board, Victim Protection Board.
Yes.
In this board, we have agencies who, at the moment, we refer people to those agencies so they can be assisted. We have, like here, say the Witness Protection Agency.
Mm.
In case there's a witness who is a victim, we refer them to Witness for
Protection.
Safety.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but have you hit the ground running? That's what I think the biggest question I ask. If I have a victim in Malindi,
Yes.
can he be helped today?
Definitely, because the Victim Protection Board is not only on aspects of, there are an array of services that the Victim Protection Board, as the Act indicates, ought to undertake. One is the aspect of providing protection.
Protection, yes.
Of a victim, because the victim has a right to be protected.
And I think for our viewers, there's times unasikianga sijui someone has gone to court, ameenda ameshtaki kesi, but anaogopa hata kwenda kutestify. Na kesi inaanguka kwa sababu mshahidi alipotea.
Yes.
I think that's the reason why this Victim Protection Act came in place.
Yes.
And now I think he was talking on the services they offer.
Yes.
So one thing you have said is protection.
Protection of the victim. So in the other aspect is on service to deal with trial. Provision of legal services.
Yeah.
You understand? Remember, in the past, victims have always been kept in the sidelines. This is to say that you will find a victim, when you go to court, the way the structure is, you'll have, as you had indicated, the criminal justice system encompasses of the judiciary, the DPP. So you'll find the magistrate there, then you have the DPP, then you have the accused. But the DPP represents the state, of which, in this case, the state represents the victim. But the victim voice is never heard, per se, in court. That's why now this act came into place. You will find that now the victim these days have a say.
I think now this is where we come to the place whereby, in the past, for example, kama mtu alikuwa patiwe board, the victim did not have an opinion.
An opinion, regardless.
But now after this act came into place, they gave the victim board the voice to say, huyo asipatiwe board ya 50.
Yes.
Is a threat maybe to my life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So the act is very categorical on that aspect. And you will find that this has well been enumerated by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, in the case of Lenrick Waswa, gave guidelines on how a victim can participate in a trial process, to which now these guidelines are being used
everywhere
in the jurisprudence of this country. So you'll find a victim has a right to be heard in terms of when it comes to bail hearing of the accused person. Is he really a threat? Then the victim has a say to say, okay, this person, if you release him, one or two things might happen.
May happen to me.
You understand? Because previously it was just the accused and the
DPP.
Yes.
The DPP,
So you find the say of the victim is never heard, and probably it's true. That's why they are being threatened. Yes. So that's why we have this service, the board, to protect the victim.
And to ensure. So when you say you are giving legal services, does it mean that there are some victims, like there we have in murder, the accused person is given an advocate paid by the state?
Yes.
Are you looking maybe in the future, I know maybe now it's not happening, but are you looking in the future whereby there are some victims like you guys can be able to get lawyers on their behalf? Or when you say legal services, just for advice purposes?
It's both advice and also representation in courts.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, we as the Victim Protection Board, we are under the State Law Office.
Yeah.
And in the State Law Office, we have the National Legal Aid Services, NLAS, who is a department within the AG's office. So what we do at the moment is advise, and also we can refer, because NLAS provides pro bono services to litigants. So we refer them to NLAS, and they can be given a lawyer who can represent them for free.
Yes.
Then another question would be like, maybe I'm a victim who is rich. Now, with the new act, can I hire an advocate?
Yes.
I have to still to come to you guys. I'm a pia mimi accused akiweka wakili wake.
Na vile
Na mimi naweka wangu.
It is within your rights.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
You can hire.
You can always hire.
So that's one of the rights now the Victim Protection Act has given us.
Yes.
Yes.
Because kitambo tulikuwa tunasema watching brief. Wakili anaamka anasema I'm watching brief.
I'm watching
na
brief.
get-
And nothing. And there's nothing that you can say
There's
within
nothing
that court.
you're saying that.
Yes.
Now, the other thing is on the compensation. Does this Victim Protection Act looks at compensating the victim? Because the biggest challenge you have been having, tumekuwa mtu anapelekwa kotini kwa zile za aliiba 100,000 yangu. But even if the guy is found guilty, atafungwa tu maybe 2 years zake. What happens now? Pesa yangu itarudishwa. Is it in the preview of the Victims Protection Act to be able to compensate the victims now? If, for example, I've lost that, or maybe you are saying, my house has been broken too, alivunja dirisha milango. Can the act, does it have a provision of whereby anaweza ambiwa after amemaliza kufungwa, alipe dirisha yangu na TV yangu alichukua?
Yes, that provision is there in the Victim Protection Act under Section 27. A victim can be compensated. But this compensation comes at the end. Kuna kesi inapelekwa kotini, then the whole process goes on until judgment is given. You can only be compensated after an award of the court. So after you are awarded, the court it can be two-way. You can be told the Victim Protection Board will compensate you, that is the state, or that accused person can also be told by the court to compensate you. Yes, but at the moment, we've not started doing the compensation. Because
in fact, I wanted to be like, I have a list.
At the moment, we are not offering the services, we are not compensating victims, but we are in the process. In the process to mean that we have regulations that we have developed, the board has developed, and they are currently headed to Parliament. So once they are passed, is when we'll start now the process of compensation of victims.
Compensation of victims.
Yes.
And I think this is important because when, as the people of Kenya, we donated all the power to the state to protect us, to ensure we are safe. And now because the state did not do that, it's the duty of the state to pay me for failing to protect me. Maybe on the issue of the board,
and
what are the
compensation should not be mistaken to only be monetary.
Yes.
It's not only money. You can be restored back to, like, your property was destroyed.
Or
you
destroyed.
can be given back your
or
property.
if you are land, you can be told go back to that place.
Yes.
But are you seeing, maybe, but that maybe is a question maybe I'll ask at the end of the challenges that are there yet. But when you talk about regulations, what are we saying there are regulations you are waiting for? When did you take them to Parliament? Are they being prepared to be taken to Parliament? Or what's the status now?
The regulations, we have two regulations. One, we have the Victim Protection General Regulation. The general regulation gives life to how a victim can be protected, the services that are rendered by the board. Two, we have the Victim Protection Trust Fund regulation. This trust fund regulation gives effect to the monetary aspect of the money that actually provides, that supports these services. You understand? So for the regulations, they are all in place, both of them. The Victim Protection General Regulations and the Victim Protection Trust Fund Regulations. The same have been forwarded to Parliament for the approval, to which upon now the approval of Parliament and being enacted, now we have the Victim Protection Agency in place. This is to say now, the aspect you are saying, have you started working? Have you started supporting? Now once this is done, now we can start doing that.
And are these regulations will they need to be passed by both houses? That's the Senate and Parliament and National Assembly,
yes.
because they are touching us on the counties and the working and everything.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what we are saying is that we are requesting the members of Parliament. Tafadhali ambia mheshimiwa wako kile unaomba ni wapitishe ikitu. Because if they pass it, it means the victim can be protected. One, two, the victim can be compensated.
Yes.
And on that, we take a break on the show. We'll be back shortly after this break. Thank you.
Do you want to be a master of your money saving skills, or are you looking for a financial partner for your loan needs? Well, Ukombozi Sacco is your go-to financial partner for your growth and development. Register with us today and enjoy our saving products such as deposit account where you make monthly, weekly or daily contributions, Jenga Junior, travel account and Christmas account. Get affordable instant mobile loans via the USSD star 346 hash and other loan products like biashara loans, development, emergency, school fees loans, insurance and premium loans. Visit us in any of our offices countrywide. For more information, contact us on 0719 312 307 or 0716 130 884. Follow us on our social media handles. Ukombozi Sacco, together for a brighter future.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite show, The Law and You. Just before we went for a break, we had requested when you're talking to your members of parliament, please tell them this is not one of the regulations that goes and sleep on the shelves, because these are things that concern the local person. Issues of witness protection, issues of victims, especially on the judicial, on the criminal justice system, are very important. Yes. One of the things that we wanted to ask, now we are back, what are the rights of victims? Because Kenya tumekuwa nchi ya rights, my rights.
My right. I know
so
my rights.
nataka wakienda pale wanaambia watu my rights. What are the rights? What are the rights involved for a victim in this whole process?
Okay, the first right that a victim has is right to information. So a victim, like we are here now giving information, you need to know what it's all about the victim. Who is this victim? Where can this victim go and get the services? And on that part, we've been doing sensitization in counties. I don't know if we've reached your county, you as a viewer, but we'll make sure we go around to all the 47 counties. We go to counties and we meet the public, we meet the county commissioners, opinion leaders, and we enlighten them about the victim protection. Also, another right a victim has is right to privacy. Once you come to our board, when you come to give your information, it is held in confidence. We don't give out the information unless you want. But you be assured that when you give your information to us, we'll not give it out to media or anyone, yes.
The other right that we have is right of, as I had mentioned earlier, right of the victim to participate in the trial process.
Yeah.
This right is actually an important right because us as the Victim Protection Board, we come at 3 stages. 1, before, during, and after. You understand? So this right is solely to the victim. So this is where we are. We are always with you in these 3 phases.
So when the act happens, or maybe le makosa imefanyika,
yes,
when the trial will be going on, because the biggest challenge with the criminal justice system and the police in Kenya is that during the trial, I have the protection.
Yes.
And I was protecting me against you.
Yes.
But now, oh man, maybe umeachiliwa, or you have been jailed just for 2 years.
Yes.
Now my biggest question is akiachiliwa after 3 years,
Yes.
what happens to me? So are you saying that the victim protection will go on even?
Yes, this is to say that the Victim Protection Board will work with you. Because as my colleague had earlier mentioned, that the victim, even before the issue, aspect of psychosocial support.
Yeah.
The psychosocial support aspect is actually pegged also, it's actually written in the Act. You find, and this is before, or rather during the Act. Now, probably a victim has psychological issues because of the act, Nini, we'll take you to your psychiatrist, we'll support you during that time. During the trial process, we'll always give you the aspect of advocates.
Yeah.
You understand? So we'll be with you during the trial process. And after the trial, then we have the judgment. There's the compensation aspect. There's the aspect of my colleague had mentioned that we return you to the state that you are in.
Okay, which is very important because
Yes.
there's something about the psychological aspect, because
Yes.
I think the biggest challenge we have in the country now is mental wellness.
Yes.
The mental health issues are very, very, very dire at the moment. And I like the way you're saying that even you reach a point whereby, because sometimes I'm not scared
Yes.
by the person, but psychologically I'm disturbed and I'm not in a good place. And I remember just before we went for the break, you said about you guys don't work alone. You work together with other people, especially
partners.
like now the Witness Protection Agency. Would you maybe mention all those agencies and maybe tell us inaingilia wapi na ni wapi mnakosaniana na wapi mnakubaliana?
Okay, so we have partners. You've said you have a board, a victim protection board. This board has representations from other institutions. Like we have the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. In Kiswahili ni ofisi ya mashtaka.
Mkuu wa mashtaka.
ODPP. Tuko nao kwa board. Because as my colleague said before, the victim did not have a voice in court. Only the DPP was representing the state, and now the complainant. So the ODPP, because they're always in court representing the state, and they work together with the advocate of the victim, they're in the board. We have the Witness Protection Agency, we have the police, because the first contact person you meet is the police. Yes.
It's all who can gauge.
Yes.
So we have the police. National Police Service has a representation in the board. Yes, we also have civil society. We have FIDA also, because you can find the victims who are vulnerable, like women and children. So FIDA is in the board too, because of women, issues of women. Yes. We have the Children's Services, State Department for Children's Services also. Children are also vulnerable. So on issues of children, if we get a victim who is a child, we also refer them to the State Department.
Wakili, I think you need to consider now including me to protect the men, because men have become, especially after COVID, you have become very vulnerable. Because they can hear the feeder for women, leave for the children. What happens to us men? Because it has become something else. Maybe on that line, as you consider my request, how do I come on board as a victim? Is it the police who have to recommend me, write me a recommendation letter? Can I walk to your offices? Can I don't know, how do I come approach it? Because the biggest challenge, especially with government offices, because now you guys are under the government, is that sometimes we have those services, but getting them sometimes becomes very hard.
As of now, since we are not yet operational, you can always get us for other services that involves the victim. We are on a referral basis, noting that what my colleague had indicated that we have the board members. And you will note that these board members was a deliberate move to actually have them in the victim protection board. Why am I saying this? Because for a victim, who is the first contact?
It's the police.
The police. So where does the police sit? The Victim Protection Board. Then we come to the criminal justice system. We get the DPP. Who is the contact there?
In the court,
The DPP. Then we have the DPP in the board. So you will find that the deliberate move to have these
agencies.
These agencies within the board was deliberate, so that now we can always give that service to the victim. So as we speak now, we are on referral basis, but upon operationalization, then now we'll have the protocols on how, because we'll have things like victim impact assessment reports that ought to be, from the first contact. Then the report is written, then it comes to the Victim Protection Board. Upon the victim impact assessment, then we have the forms that are filled. Then from there, now you are entered into the program.
The
program, exactly. Yes, as a victim.
Okay. So what we are saying at the moment, you guys sit at Sharia House. That's
Yes.
where now the Victim Protection Board is housed.
Yes.
That's what you can say. Well, Sharia House, AG's office, where are they in the country? How many? Do you have them all in the 47 counties?
Currently, the AG's office is not in the 47 counties,
Yeah.
but we're in the regions.
Yeah.
We have in 13 regions, yeah. So
Like where and where and where? Maybe off your head. Maybe.
yeah, we have one in Meru, we have in Eldoret, we have in Kisii,
Kakamega,
Nakuru.
Kisumu, Nakuru, Mombasa, Garissa. Yes.
So basically, the entire country is covered.
Yes.
The entire country is covered. Okay. So when we are saying at this point, people can walk to the AG's office wherever they are.
Yes.
Even before you become operational 100%,
Exactly.
they can walk there, talk to the people they'll find there,
Yes.
and somehow.
The information will reach
The
us.
information will definitely get into the office of the Victim Protection Board. So say you are in Kituyo, Machakos. Go to the Machakos office in Machakos County for the office of the Attorney General. Write your letter indicating that I'm a victim of this and this and this, and this is the support that I need. And as I indicated, we are on referral basis as we speak, because the agencies that we work with. And I would like
The agencies are everywhere.
Exactly, and they're everywhere. We are a collaborative agency that we need to work together for the betterment of the Mwananchi. Exactly.
Then when you talk about compensation, because people love compensation, this is a nice topic. So I think we need to have a show on compensation alone.
Yes.
Are you compensating me for my 1992 tribal crashes? When is it starting? Post-election violence victims, the government did not protect people then, and people lost their properties and lives. The people who lost their lives in 2007, can they be compensated? The people who lost their lands that time. Are you looking at those years? Because as you told us, the act was passed in 2014.
Yes, as you rightly put it, the act was enacted in 2014, and we don't compensate historical injustices. We only start from 2014 going forward. Yes.
Mambo ya nyuma, side mirror, atuangalie.
The act does not act retrospectively.
So it only applies from 2014 going forward.
And what are the challenges are you seeing, those challenges sometimes are not bad things, but maybe they're more of like opportunities. What are you seeing in a nutshell? Because you're the one who has started this. This is a relative new thing.
Yes.
What are you seeing moving forward? Where are you seeing us in the Victim Protection Act? Because, and I'll ask that because if you ask me as a legal practitioner who has been in the criminal justice system, I don't think the witness protection is working that well.
But they are working.
On the ground. On the ground. So my question is, what are the challenges are you seeing? What are the opportunities are we seeing with the Victims Protection Act?
One of the challenges that I would like to mention is the challenge of awareness.
Yeah.
And you will note that the board was deliberate in terms of creating awareness to let the citizenry know that we are actually there, that a victim has a right. As my colleague well put it, that we have been visiting counties. So far we've done 32, 34 counties out of the 47 that we have, and we intend to go back so that now all citizens know that there's a Victim Protection Board and the victim has a right from the onset.
From the onset.
Yes, so definitely it's one of the challenges that we are having, and we are looking for collaboration with other agencies in creating awareness towards this end as to the victims. And one of the functions that I would like to mention of the board, as stipulated in the Act, is the coordination aspect of victim support services. The Act gives the Victim Protection Board under the Office of Attorney General the mandate to coordinate all victim services. This is to say, all NGOs, all non-governmental organizations that are out there that work with the victim are always welcomed to come and collaborate with the Office of Attorney General in creating awareness and also give these services to the victims.
To the victims.
Exactly.
Yes.
For Diana, any threats, any opportunities, any weaknesses you're seeing?
Yeah.
Any recommendations to yourselves?
I think another challenge, I think even the viewers can say about this law. You have this law, but wamjatufikia. We want to assure you that very soon we'll roll our services.
Yes.
You will be able to get the victim services and we'll be able to compensate you, and so that we can realize our mandate, because we have a mandate in law, and we'll make sure that we realize it by helping you as a victim. Yes.
Thank you very much. That has been Kennedy Mutiso, Diana Sang from the State Office, Department of Justice, Technical Committee members, the Victims Protection Board. Leo nilikuwa na serikali kwa show. Until next Tuesday, 8 p.m. on One Accord TV, One Accord Facebook and YouTube. I've been your host, Kenneth Mbaabu, and I believe and I want to believe this has been an informative show. Karibu sana, good night, and God bless you.